Yes.
And you don't mute.
Yes, ma'am. Don't mute us.
Now the next question is, what is germination and how does it take place? Tirna, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can tell me the answer. What is germination?
Ma'am, germination is the process by which a plant grows from a seed.
The process by which a plant or a new plant grows from a seed is called germination. Okay, this one is correct. And let's now see the next part of this question. The next part is, how does it take place? Can you tell me that?
Ma'am, as water is taken in, the seed swells bigger and bigger until it splits apart.
Yes.
This is how it takes its place.
As water is taken in, the seed swells bigger and bigger until the coat splits apart. Then what happens?
Ma'am, it swells bigger and bigger until the coat splits apart.
Yes, but then up to this it was written.
No, ma'am, I'm forgetting after that.
Yes, some other portions must be there. How does it take place? Germination. So I'm telling you, but I will also send you the answer. Okay, so tell me, who can tell me the answer? Let's see. Mannat.
What, ma'am?
Mannat,
What, ma'am?
can you tell the answer? How germination takes place?
Ma'am, no.
You have not written?
Ma'am, that one I didn't remember. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's see Prajakta. Prajakta,
Yes, ma'am.
have you written the answer? How germination takes place? Prajakta, can you tell me how germination takes place? What is going on there? Okay, I'm telling the answer. Everyone listen to me carefully. As water is taken in, the seed swells bigger and bigger until the core splits apart. Air can then get to the seed. The oxygen in the air helps the baby plant burn the food packed inside the seed. Burning the food produces energy. The baby plant uses the energy to grow. The root begins to grow downward and the baby stem begins to curl upward. This is how the baby plant becomes a mature plant. Okay? This is the answer. You can write it on as you want to write. You can write it that way also. It is not needed that you need to write what I am telling. This is the main answer. When the water goes inside the seed, what happens? The seed swells and it becomes larger and larger or bigger by size, and then the coat splits apart. And when oxygen goes inside the seed, the food produces energy, and the baby plant that is inside the seed, it uses this energy, and using this energy, gradually the roots begin to grow downward and the stem begins to grow upward. This is how plants are produced. Mature plants are produced from a seed, and the process by which plants are produced from a seed is called germination. So this is how germination takes place. Okay, understood? Did you understand what I told you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now the next question is, how are seeds dispersed by wind?
Ma'am, from B.
Vishal Pakira. Can you hear me? Vishal Pakira? Vishal, can you hear me? Vishal Pakira, can you hear me? Okay, Jahid Mullik. Jahid,
Yes, ma'am.
you give me the answer. How seeds are dispersed by wind? How seeds are dispersed by wind?
Seeds of some plants like
Dandelion.
dandelion and cotton are very light.
Dandelion.
They have special
Pronounce
parts.
it again.
Dandelion and cotton. Seeds of some plants like dandelion and cotton are very light. They have special parts such as hair or wings like structure which help them to be blown
Around?
blown away, blow around breeze or wind.
Yes. Very good. This is the right answer. So I hope all the students have heard the answer. Seeds of some plants like dandelion and cotton are very light. They have special parts such as hair or wings like structure which help them to be blown around with the breeze or the wind. Okay. Now let's see what is the next question. What are Rabi and Kharif crops? Okay, Srijan De. Srijan De, can you hear me? Srijan, can you hear me? Srijan De. Srijan De, can you hear me? Srijan?
Ma'am, can I?
Okay, Prajakta, can you tell me the answer? What are Rabi crops and what are Kharif crops?
Ma'am, can I tell? No, the winter crop.
Yes, tell
Yes,
me the
ma'am.
answer. Tell me the answer.
The winter crops are known as Rabi crops. Example, wheat and gram. The summer crops are known as Kharif crops. Example, rice, jowar and bajra.
Okay, that is the right answer. So the crops that are grown in winter season are called the Rabi crops. For example, wheat and gram. And the crops that are grown in the summer season are called the Kharif crops. And the examples are rice, jowar, bajra, etc. Very good.
Etc.
Right answer. Next question is, what is agriculture? Write the various stages in agriculture. Shayon Rai. Shayon Rai. Can you hear me? Shayon Rai?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you tell me, what is agriculture?
What is agriculture? Agriculture is
Can you tell me, do you know the answer? Tirna, can you tell me the answer? What is agriculture?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me. The practice.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You tell me the answer. What is agriculture?
Ma'am, the practice of growing animals on a large scale
Animals.
and on growing crops on a large scale is called agriculture.
Okay, so the practice of growing plants or crops on a large scale is called agriculture. Now tell me, what are the different stages of agriculture? Just the
Ma'am,
names.
various stages of agriculture are plugging, sowing, adding
Plowing.
manure
Okay,
and
not
fertilizer,
plugging, it's plowing.
irrigation,
Okay.
protecting crops, harvesting and winnowing.
Okay, so 6 different stages are there. So all the students have heard the answer?
Yes,
Tell me again, listen to me very carefully. What is agriculture? The practice of growing plants on a large scale is called agriculture. And what are the different
Ma'am, I can tell the
stages
answer.
in agriculture? The various stages in agriculture are plowing, sowing, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protecting crops, harvesting and winnowing. Okay?
Ma'am, Vishal Bakira don't speak any answer. Ma'am, time.
Now go to the next page. There you can see some thinking questions. Which part of a plant produces pollen? Who will tell me the answer? Mannat, can you tell me the answer?
No, ma'am.
This is already done. You have not written the answers when I told you in the class. Orpon Panda, can you tell me the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me.
The flowers of a plant produce pollen.
Very good. So answer is the flowers. Name the plants that grow from stem. Orpon, name the plants that grow from stem.
Sugarcane, potatoes, roses, hibiscus,
Very good. Sugarcane, potatoes, and roses and hibiscus. These are the names of some plants that can be grown from the stems. Okay. So now you can see the revision of this chapter is complete. What kind of sound is that? The sound is coming from Mannat's device.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have completed revising this chapter? Now you tell me if anyone has any problem with this chapter in any portion of
No,
the
ma'am. No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No.
exercise
Ma'am,
and explanation
ma'am,
and
ma'am.
yes.
Ma'am, I have a question. I'm thinking question. I'm thinking a question number 2, ma'am. Say again.
Number 2, okay.
Ma'am, thinking question. Ma'am,
Tell me the question
I'm
again.
thinking question. Ma'am, thinking question will be plants that grow from a stream. Ma'am, thinking question will be in exam.
Yes, thinking questions will be included in the exam. Name the plants that grow from stem. This one, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Just a second.
Ma'am, for
You can see the whiteboard.
yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Just opened it and started annoying.
Yes, ma'am. Started. Ma'am, you can see the name who is doing this.
Right. The names of some plants that grow from stem that grow from stem are roses, hibiscus,
Ma'am, 10 minutes. Ma'am, not CBC. Ma'am, not sugar cane.
yes, sugarcane is also there.
Ma'am, potato.
Potatoes.
Ma'am, there are many vegetables which grows under the soil.
Yes. Many examples are there. You can write any.
Ma'am, any tree.
Yes,
Ma'am,
I have written
onion. Ma'am, in exam, ma'am, in exam we have to write any tree.
I have to write any 4. If 2 marks is there, then if you write 4, that will be great. The names of some plants that grow from stem are roses, hibiscus, sugarcane, potatoes, etc. Okay, complete?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
The next chapter that we have is chapter. Which chapter? The next chapter in your syllabus?
Chapter 2. Habitat and the adaptation animals. Oh, rattlesnake.
Habitat.
Animals, habitat and adaptation. Ma'am, drinking water.
Yes, you can drink water in this class. Chapter 2. Okay, let's see what is there. So you can see the chapter on the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we are going to revise the chapter 2, that is habitat and adaptation. Before starting this chapter, you tell me, yesterday you got the study material of chapter 1.
Yes, ma'am.
You could open it.
Ma'am, I didn't got it.
In the study material portion, yesterday you have got it in the study material portion, okay, from your students portal. but from today you will get it in the homework. Okay. Yesterday,
Okay, ma'am.
due to some technical problem, I
No.
had to give you in the study material portion, but from today you will get it. From today you will get it in the homework portion. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Now let's start habitat and adaptation. Animals, just like humans, need very specific things to survive. Can anyone name something that both animals and humans need to survive? Responses may include food, water, air, and shelter. So what is a habitat?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
What is a habitat? A habitat is a place where an animal lives that provides all of its needs for survival, including food, water, shelter, and a place to raise its young. So the place where animals can live safely, they can get their food, they can get the water, shelter, and a place to raise their young is called the habitat. Some habitats are there. So some types of habitats are there that have been explained in this chapter. I'm not going to read all the lines because it is a revision class. I have already explained it. So I will just tell you about the important things or specific things about the topic. So types of habitats: forest, desert, polar regions and mountains, oceans and freshwater. So 5 types of habitats are explained in this chapter. First one is forest. So forest is a large area that is covered by the trees and plants. Forests extend over about 1/3 of the world's land surface and can be found in many regions around the globe. Many wild animals such as lions, elephants, tigers, bears, zebra, they live in forest, and rabbit, snake, earthworm, rat, they live in holes. Those holes are called burrows. Okay. Now come to the desert habitat. A desert, how is the desert habitat? Yes, Arpon, you want to tell me something?
No, ma'am.
You raised your hand.
No, ma'am. I'm not ready.
Prajakta,
Okay, ma'am.
okay.
Ma'am, 4 minutes left.
How is a desert habitat? A desert is a dry place because it receives a very little or no rainfall. It is usually very hot during the day and very cold during the night. The ground of the desert habitat is often rocky or sandy. Why rocky or sandy? Because there is little rainfall or no rainfall. So due to the lack of water, the surface or the soil becomes rocky or sandy. The animals that live in the desert habitat have to survive with very little water. Camel, rattlesnake, and ground squirrels are found in deserts. So you can see the pictures are here. This is the picture of a camel. This is rattlesnake, and this is ground squirrel. They live in the desert habitat. Camels can survive without water for a long period of time because they drink and store enormous amount of water, and their fatty humps store food for them.
Ma'am, 3 minutes left.
Yes, some noise is coming from Manna's device. Not noise, but kind of music. Now let's learn about the polar region and mountains. The regions near the two poles, we all know that Earth has two poles, North Pole and South Poles. The animals, that region is called polar region, and the animals that live in those regions are called the polar animals. The polar region is covered with snow all the time. The animals living there have special features to bear the cold weather, so the animals must be protected from the cold weather. So for that they have some special features. What are the special features? Polar bears have a thick coat of white fur. That white fur keeps them warm. Penguin, seal, walrus, they have thick layer of fat just under their skin, so these fat layers keeps them warm. Now oceans and seas, this habitat is called aquatic habitat. Fishes and other creatures. Yes, Manat? The fish and other creatures that live in shallow water are different from those that live in deep water. So the aquatic animals are also different from each other depending on the layer of water where they are living. Some animals live at the upper layer of water, some animals live in the lower layer of water. Some animals can only survive in salty water, whereas some animals can survive in fresh water. So in oceans and seas, that means in the aquatic habitat, there is also a variety of animals, a variety of plants also, depending on the layer of the water. The freshwater animals, water in lakes and rivers are the fresh water, and the water in the sea is the salty water. The muddy beds of river and lakes make different habitat for all kinds of animals like fish and shrimp. So here you can see that some animals live in the upper surface of the water, some animals live in the deep layer of the water, some animals live in salty water, some animals live in fresh water. Some animals also live in the muds of rivers and lakes. But some animals are there that can live both in water and land. Those animals are called the amphibians. Okay? So tomorrow we will start revising from the adaptation, and we will revise the exercise of this chapter also. So
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Ma'am.
bye students.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.